Hello everyone, welcome to the DE Club, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how to group data in SQL. Okay, so this is going to be two-part series. By the way, in today's part, which is part 1, and in today's part I'm going to talk about group by and grouping sets. So we have our sample table which is dim cells, and in this sample table we have 5 columns: country, inventory ID, quantity, month of, and year of. The first row, okay, the first row, as per the first row, we can see that in India there is an inventory whose ID is 10. It sold 100 quantity of a product in the month of January in the year of 2022. So I have already created this script of table and I have already inserted the record, so don't worry, or everything is available via GitHub link. Don't forget to check the link in the video description. So let us check the data in our sample table. Oh, by the way, I'm using PostgreSQL and I'm using ANSI SQL standard. Okay, so we have this 10 records. Now, what I want to see the total quantity sold by an inventory, or total quantity sold per inventory rather. So when this kind of questions are asked, like total quantity sold or average quantity sold or total count, minimum, maximum, these are called aggregate function. Don't worry, don't get into the concept of aggregate function right now. I'm going to explain about aggregate function, analytical function, window clause in separate videos. So for our example, we need to calculate the total quantity sold per inventory, okay, or sold by an inventory, correct? So we need to put up a sum here, sum of quantity. Let us give it an alias as total quantity, and I also need to put inventory ID in my output, and I also put up a group by here. So guys, that is what grouping of data means. Okay, grouping of data means per, like here I want to see the total quantity sold per inventory, so we are grouping the data by inventory ID. So group by inventory ID. Okay, so let us see. Yep, we can see the groupings happen. Okay, and to make sure it is correct, inventory ID 10, which sold 600 quantity. So if I see the data for inventory ID 10, there are 3 occurrences and they have sold 100 plus 200 plus 300, which is 600. So that is correct. Now I need to see the total quantity sold per inventory per country. Okay. So what I'm going to do, very simple. I'm going to put country here in my select, and I'm going to put country here in my group by clause. Okay. Now, okay. Oh, my mistake. I did a spelling mistake here. Sorry. Yep, we can see the country India and US, and as per the inventory ID they are here. But I can see there is a problem. The problem is the first row is about India, the second row is about US, then India. So it's not, it's not clubbed together. Okay, we need to club it together. So I'm gonna put up a order by clause, order by country, and order by inventory ID. Okay. Yep. Now I can see they are clubbed together, and the inventory IDs, they are also ordered by as per their value. Okay, like 10, 20, 30, 40, and India, and after that US. Okay, that's fine. So this is the grouping of records I want to see. But suddenly the requirement changed, so now I want to see a different grouping. Along with this is a grouping, country and inventory ID. Now I want to see another grouping, and that is about country and month of. Okay, month of. That means I want to see the total quantities of the product sold per country per month. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need a different query, and if I need this in the same query, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put up an union or union clause, and then using the same query. Okay, here, but instead of inventory ID, I'm gonna put up this month of. Okay, similarly, now we cannot have order by here because this is not our final output. Okay, so it's, this record, this value, the column names, they are pretty much, confusing. So it's useless. Now, to solve this kind of scenario where we need different kind of grouping of data, and also we need to show it in a single output, grouping set comes into the picture. Okay, so what I'm gonna do the same select clause, sum of this. Let's just go back here, and in the group by here, I'm gonna put grouping sets. Okay, and inside in grouping sets, I'm gonna put all those different grouping sets. One is country, inventory ID, country, and month of. Okay, so now here, after, now I can see there is an extra column in our grouping set which is month of, and I haven't put it in my select clause, so I'm gonna do it, otherwise it won't work. Now, yep, we can see the output now. So but yeah, there is a, see, the month of column showing as null, and again this inventory of showing as null. So if I use it as a CTE as, and after this I'm gonna write like this, select star, or select let's say I want this to from CTE where inventory ID is not null. So if I execute this query, I'm gonna get country and sorry, I also need total quantity. So I'm gonna get total quantity, or total quantity sold per inventory per country. Now instead of inventory ID, if I just remove this inventory ID and use month of, and instead of here similarly month of is not null, yep, I can see all the total quantity of the products sold per country in a per month. Okay, so different kind of data grouping, data or data grouping I can see, or I can find using a single query based on our grouping sets. So that is the power of grouping sets. Now I can create as many grouping set I want. Like if I want like this, I want all these three in a single grouping set, I can put all these three in a single grouping set, or I can put only one column in a grouping set, only one column. That's it. So you can create as many grouping set as you want, but you have to make sure whatever the columns are present in the grouping set, that they should present in your select clause. Okay, otherwise it will throw you an error. So this is, I hope you guys understand this. But if there is any confusion, if you couldn't understand anything, please do let me know in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer all your questions. And if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have your friends who couldn't understand all this concept of grouping of data, don't forget to share this video. Please subscribe to our channel if you like it. Till then, goodbye.